HDMI 1.
Alright. Hello, J. Smith. And whoever else is here. Hey, Dean. I'm not sure if you guys are up to date with every community post that I have, but not too long ago, recently, there was a post that involved me updating on my mom being in the hospital for
Mute.
2 months now. And I went over there today, or I should say tonight, not too long ago, to go see her. An hour ago. And things were emotional for me. So, the only thing that my mom was able to say was she can't leave and that she's bedbound. She pretty much hasn't been eating, so that's why there's a tube in her stomach. And all she's been doing, from what I've heard about what's been going on over there from the nurses, she's just mainly been sleeping, that's all. When I went over there, I told myself I'm not going to rush her to speak. I'm just going to say what I need to say and hope that she listens and thinks about everything that I say. I apologized to my mother for mainly arguing instead of having more bonding moments with her. Most of my life with her, it's usually been arguments or having her worried sick about me. A couple of mistakes that I've made in life, still being young, and just arguing over little shit. Trying to be the bigger guy, trying to prove a point that ain't there. And for the first time in a while, I've told her I love her. I haven't gone over there to the hospital to visit her a lot of times because of fear. I can't see my mom that way. I can't keep seeing her in a hospital bed. Her giving up on herself. My mother has never been an I can't type of person. And for the first time in my life, I've heard her say that she can't. Genuinely. So then I told her that I was proud of her for being independent all these years. But now it's my turn to make choices for myself and not depend on her to make a choice for me along with others. work harder, create my own person, who I want to be, and what I want to do in life. Have a family, be successful. It's up to me to create my life now. Y'all gotta understand, she was my mother, my father, and my grandmother. All my life. She risked having multiple jobs so that I could still be alive. And there were moments I just been stubborn and selfish. I told her the reason why I've always wanted to keep her from making choices for me was because I don't want her to compare me to my cousins who always want her for money. I didn't want to be in that shadow. Of course, and she shouldn't have to see, because these are things that I've already said to her. I looked into her eyes and I can see fear. She's scared that she might not be okay. Empty. But I told her I had to decide who I want to be from here on out, because I can't keep living like this. And she doesn't deserve to live like this. So I didn't have anybody there with me. I didn't have my grandmother with me, because the times I did go over there, I went there with my grandmother. Tonight I went alone, by myself, to face my fear and be an adult. I didn't have anybody with me there. It was something that I needed to do. I just got tired of feeling like I needed everybody more than myself. The only thing I can really hope is that she doesn't give up on herself. Everything's a choice at this moment. You gotta choose in your heart if you want to continue to can't, or if you want to change your destiny. My mom is not a bad person. She's a workaholic. And I mean that with sincerity and good intention. She's a workaholic. She loves to work. She doesn't like to stay in bed. And for the past 2 months and God knows how many weeks, she's been in bed. She hasn't eaten anything for a while. Neurologists say that it's not her head because her head's perfectly fine. Nobody can figure out what's causing her to be the way she is right now. And then after I finished visiting, I told myself on my way back here that I'd have this conversation with y'all. I learned that life is not about finding yourself. That's what you're taught. They teach you that you have to find yourself. You have to create yourself. And you'll only understand that once you unlearn what you were already taught. To anybody that's not serious in the stream, feel free to leave. Please. I don't feel broken anymore, and I refuse to let anti-serious conversations to break me. So if you're not here for this serious conversation, please get out. To everybody that is serious and supportive for me at this time, I keep you in my heart. I gotta work harder. I gotta do something with my life. Recreate it. It's my mother's turn to be taken care of. But I gotta take care of myself as well first. Thank all of you. Thank you all. This stream I did it because we're family. And I won't mask myself to pretend that I'm always energetic and happy. Not only would I have been lying to y'all if I did that, but I'd lie to myself. I'm not a machine that takes requests from everybody. I am a healed man now, fulfilling promises. I don't want to stay in the same house getting updates from my grandmother and the nurses while my uncle lays on his fat ass in his room all day and we have to depend on food stamps to go get food. Or be paranoid and worry about if in 3 months we're gonna lose this house. That's not the life that I want, and that's not the life that I choose to have. I'm not letting myself go again. This is mostly for me. My family is always prideful and too humiliated on the inside to speak to anybody about anything. And always judge me for being different because I'm not like that. I'm here to tell y'all everything. Because I know I'm not easily affected negatively anymore. My pain has become power. So generally speaking, there's nothing none of y'all could do to me that hasn't been done before. Positively, I feel invincible because of y'all. You've got to do what you got to do. Apocalyptic family forever. I know I'm quiet. I'm just processing and reading what y'all saying. I have nothing further to say for now. That's the thing, Joshua. There is no more time. There's a new clock. I have to set the time now. For others. I'm ready to be timeless. went downstairs after putting all this on. My cousin, he was coming here to pick up his kids. And I told my grandmother I was going to go down to the hospital to see my mother by myself. I was getting ready to walk, but my cousin wanted to give me a ride. And my uncle can only say, "Why am I going so late?" My uncle's words were, "Why is he going so late? Why he choose now to go?" Maybe because gutless bastards like him can't understand. That may be his sister, but that's my mother. And you never know when it could be your last time talking to someone. You never know when you're gonna see somebody one time and then that's it. So if he wanna stay home, lay in his bed all day, and get $5 from my grandmother to go get drugs every day, then fine. But I'm not gonna sit around. We are not gonna sit around. I gotta do me. For real this time. It took me by myself in that hospital room with my mother in bed to realize all this. Sorry for your loss. I'm sorry to hear that, Jordan. Before I go, I want us to promise for the apocalyptic family that starting now we create a better life. from this moment to infinity and beyond. I promise to. I promise that starting now I create my new life. Sorry to hear that, Corson. I'm not sure if many of you can tell, but I'm a whole different person tonight. Very different. Still pure. I'm gonna get off, but thank you all. I mean it.